Yes, there was a point in time where Steve Jobs was actually fired slash quit working at Apple. The story starts off with Steve Jobs not being the nicest person ever, and because of that, the board doesn't want him to be CEO. He goes out and hires this guy, John, who already had experience of being a CEO at Pepsi. Later down the line, they get into a disagreement about the Macintosh because it's not doing well. Because it's not doing well, they have different ideas on how to fix this. Steve Jobs takes this to the board and they end up agreeing with John. But they also move Steve away from working on the Macintosh. And this is the part where people say he got fired and some say he quit. But regardless, the outcome was the same. He was no longer working at Apple. He eventually goes out and creates this company called Next. As for Apple, they end up doing pretty well without Steve in the beginning, but that changes in the 90s where they start to struggle. They eventually end up firing John, having a couple CEOs in between, and at some point they just end up buying Steve Jobs' next company and bringing him back to Apple. At first, he's brought back as an informal advisor, and then a temporary CEO, and eventually he becomes a permanent CEO. At some point during that time, Microsoft actually does end up investing in Apple because they're on the verge of bankruptcy and Microsoft's looking like a monopoly, so it ends up being a win for both companies. Yeah, but that's the main story. There was a point in time where Apple not only lost their co-founder, but was almost bankrupt, and they got saved by their rival.